My name is John Michael Reyes, and this is Chapter 9 activity, the Packet Tracer Simulation Exploration of TCP and UTP Communications. Then, as you can see, these are the objectives: generate network traffic in simulation mode, examine the functionality of TCP and UTP. Then, background: this simulation activity is intended to provide a foundation for understanding the TCP and UDP in detail. Simulation mode provides the ability to view the functionality of the different protocols as data moves through the network. It broken down into smaller pieces and identified in some fashion so that the pieces can be put back together. Each these pieces is assigned a specific name, protocol data unit or PDU, and other stuff. So let's go to part 1. Then generate network traffic in simulation mode. Enter the traffic to populate address resolution protocol. Then as you can see in here, click the multi-server desktop, then command prompt. Then we will gonna ping this. Ping command prompt. God. There was some space, sorry for that. Then an instant for replies, then this will take few seconds, then another 4 replies and another 4 replies, then another 4 replies, then there are 16 replies and received. Okay, then close the multi-server, then switch to simulation mode. Then what? Then after that, click the HTTP client and enter web browser. Then after that, should not close. Then FTP client, command prompt. Sorry. Then minimize, then DNS lookup command, prompt, set command prompt, this command prompt. Then after that, email, go to the email, then we should compose. After composing, to user person is the email, and click send. Minimize but don't close. Verify the traffic is generating ready, and yep, it is ready. Then we are in the part 2. Examine functionality of the TCP and UDP protocol. Examine multiplexing as all the traffic crosses the network. Then click for capture forward once. All the PD are transferred to the switch. See. And yep, all the PD is captured from. Then some PDUs disappeared. Some PDUs disappeared because it is stored in the switch. Then click the basics times. The client should have received a reply. Note that the PDU only one PDU can cross a wire in each direction at any given time. What it is called? It is called multiplexing. Then a variety of PDU appear in the event list in the upper right pane of the why there are so many colors. It represents different protocols. So set the simulation. Part 1. Oh, then how to the then back button, then play. Then examine the HTTPS client. Click the edit filter and checkbox. Click the HTTP and the FTP. And the TCP. Then X. Then the visible event should now display. Yep. Click the hold your mouse above the PD until you find one that originates from the HTTP client. Click the PD envelope and open it. And then open it. Then after that, open it, click the inbound PDU. And after the inbound PDU, the section, what is the section labeled? Section is labeled TCP. The section is labeled TCP. Then are these communications considered to be reliable? Yes, it is reliable because TCP is one of the reliable methods. Then record the source port, destination port, window, record the source port. The source port is 1025, then the destination port is 80, then 00. Then I think it's sync. Then one, close the PDU field, close the PDU and click capture forwarded until the PDU returns to the HTTP client. So click the PD envelope and select then how many ports. Well, we will wait. The clients. Well, how many? Click close the PD and capture forward. Click the PD envelope inbound. How many ports for the PDU? For ARDA. For our how are the ports and sequence number different than before? Click the inbound. How are the ports and sequence number different than before? The inbound and somewhat it is 80. The port and the sequence number, the source port is 1025, then somewhat. It is the source and the destination port are reversed, and the acknowledgement number is 1. The sync has changed to sync plus act. Then there is a second PD of different color which HTTP client has prepared to send multi-server. This is the beginning of HTTP communication. Click the second PD envelope and select outbound. Outbound. Wait. That's different colors for the this one. Then click the outbound. What information is now listed in the TCP section? Is the destination. The destination port is the source port is 25, and the destination port is 1025. Then it is 1025. Then how are the port and sequence number different from the previous two PDUs? The push plus act, then source and destination ports are reversed. Both sequence acknowledgement number are 1. Then let's go to step 3. Then the step 3, I examine the FTP traffic as the client communicate with the server. In simulation panel, change the elite filter to only display the FTP and TCP. Then click capture forward, hold the cursor above each video until you find vulnerabilities from FTP client. Wait. Source email switch. This one's the FTP client. Then click the PD and open it. Oh, not that. Oh. The HTTP client. Oh, not the HTTP client. Email them. Then click the. Oh, it's not the HTTP client. HTTP client again, email, I think it's FTP. Then click the inbound tab. Oh, it doesn't have the inbound. You need to find the FTP, then inbound. After that, tab and scroll the last section. What section it is labeled? It is labeled TCP. And are this communication considered as reliable? Yes, it is reliable. Then record the source port, destination port of the destination port is the source port is 1025, the destination port is 21, the sequence number 1, the acknowledgement number is 0. Then what is written in the field to the left window below? Left window, I don't know, but it is off, reserved and flags. Then after that, close the PDU and click the capture forward to return the PDU to FTP client. FTP client. Then click the PDU envelope inbound, and how many ports? 80 port, and the sequence number is 0. Then how many port? Then FTP, click the PDU envelope, and how many ports? Sequence different than is that outbound or inbound? It is inbound, so $80, and still 1025. Then click the outbound PDU. How many ports? And sequence number different from the previous two result. The source port is 1025 and the destination port is 80. Then sequence number is 1, then the acknowledgement number is 1, and close the PDU and click the capture forward until a section PDU returns to the FTP client. The PDU is different color. Open the PDU and select the inbound PDU. There's no inbound PDU. Let's try to wait. FTP client. Wait, then inbound PDU is 21. The inbound PDU is 21. How many ports are there? Scroll down, different colors. Scroll down TCP section. What is the message from the server? Then open the PDU. It is either username okay, need password, or welcome to PTFTP server. Then click back until the simulation is reset. Then back. We need to go back. It's not 80 by the way, it's 21. That's my bad. Then examine DNS traffic and as client. Communicate with the server. So in the simulation panel, change edit filter to the DNS lookup and UDP. DNS lookup and UDP. Here's the UDP. DNS lookup, and here's the UDP in here. There's the UDP. Then after that, click the inbound PDU and scroll down to the last section. What is the section labeled? Then what's the last section labeled? The last section is labeled UDP, and then UDP, then it's UDP. Then after that, are this communication reliable? No, it is not, because UDP is somewhat can lose a connection. Then record the source port and why there is no sequence on the acknowledgement number. Record the source port. the source port. Where's the source port for that? Let's see. I think its source port is 1025, then the destination port is 53. And why there is no sequence and acknowledgement number? Because UDP doesn't need to establish reliable connection. Then close the PDU and click forward until the DNS client with a check mark. Check mark. Where's the check mark? And that's the check mark. Then click the PD envelope and select the inbound. Detail how our ports and sequence, then F, then it is now, let's see, the source port becomes 53 and the destination port is 1025. Then some source and destination port are somewhat reversed. Then what is the last section PDU called? The last section PDU called is the section is DNS answer, and this and DNS answer. Then back, then examine the email. Let filters pop up, and then filters. Then what do we need to pop3 SMTP. It's the pop3 SM S for the, where's the SMTP, then TCP. It's the TCP. Then after that, capture forward, hold the cursor. Wait. With the cursor and click the PD envelope. Click the inbound. Oh no. That. Inbound. This the email, then inbound, then what transfer layer protocol does the email client, open it. What does the layer protocol does the email try? It is a TCP, and are those communications considered to be reliable? Yes, it is reliable. Then record the source port and the source port is 1025, then the destination port is 25, then 0 sequence number, then 0 acknowledgement number, then written in the left yellow field is reserve and flags. Then close the PDU, not that, then mail, then close the PDU and capture forward until search the email with a check mark till it returns with a check mark. Email with a check mark. Where's the check mark? Oh yeah, that's right. That's the check mark. Then check mark. Then click the PD envelope. Select inbound. Then port is 25. Then the source port is 25. The destination port is 1025. And as you can see, the source and the destination has been reversed again because it is SYN plus up, and the acknowledgement number is 1, sequence number is 1, I mean. Then what's next? Click the outbound video, how outbound of the PDU. Details tab. How are the port sequence? Pass the results. Wait. Here's the check. There's no check in that. The outbound will be 125, 1025, then 25, then 1 and 1. And the source and destination have both one acknowledgement and one sequence number. Then there are somewhat now different from the previous two results. There is the second PD of the different color HTTP client has prepared to send to the multi-server. This is the beginning of the email communication. Click the PD envelope and select the outbound PDU. Let's see. Click the outbound PDU. Then how are the port and sequence number different from the previous two PDUs? Then 1020, it is the source port is 80, then the 1025, then after that 1 and the acknowledgement number is 103. Then what email protocol is associated with TCP port 25? What is the email protocol? What protocol is associated with? It is SMTP and POP3. Then click back button until this simulation is reset. Then after that, to see TCP active session, perform the following step quickly. Click back to the real time, then click the multi-server and click the stop command prompt. Then enter netstat command. Should be pasted in here. Netstat command. What protocol listed? It is just TCP. Then the what port number are being used in the server. The 1025 port are being used in the server. What states are the session in? The server is waiting for a password for the client. Somewhat waiting. Then for which service is the connection still open? Because the server is waiting for the password from the client. That's all for chapter 9. Thank you for listening.